to join, so stay tuned. Give me a minute and then we'll join the session. We see a lot of folks joining. All right. Okay. I think we are sharp at 7. So, in the interest of time and everything else, we are going to start this Ask Me Anything session on the WISE program, Women in Software Engineering, a program by Talent Sprint. Thank you so much for joining the session with me today and giving your precious time on a weekday. I know everybody is busy, but I am very sure that it is worthwhile joining this session. I am Spurti. I'm a director of program management division at Talent Sprint, and I am going to take you a detailed walkthrough about the WISE program and answer any questions that you have about this program. Also, I will have one WISE student join with me who is currently a student of the WISE program, and she will also help you answering the questions and will share her experience about how different this program is from anything and everything that she is parallelly also learning in college. All right. With that, we will get started. Just give me a couple of seconds to share my screen as I will give you a complete overview about this program. Okay. I hope you are able to see my screen. Okay. Can I get some confirmation if you can see my screen? Perfect. Okay. As I was mentioning, WISE is Women in Software Engineer, and this program has a great history of producing more than 6,000 women engineers over a period of 10 decades from this EdTech organization called Talent Sprint. And this is one program that is carefully designed, curated, and delivered with utmost passion to ensure that women engineering students are ready for premium tech opportunities. And when I say that, it is also your chance to prepare yourself that you are job ready from day one. Because tech world, as we all know, is evolving at a pace that is so unprecedented. Every day new technology is coming on, artificial intelligence is adding to it. There's so much that is happening. In this space, how do you ensure that you build on the foundations and the level of knowledge that you are gaining from your college, add more practical, relevant, industry specific hands on skills so that you stay ahead of the competitive pool and ensure that you land in at least 1.5 times or the 150% premium job that is being in comparison offered to an early engineer in the market. And that's all about WISE program. So WISE program will help you achieve that goal, help you stay ahead of the competitive pool in the market, and help you learn this one important key life skill. It's called learn to learn. So you will be able to learn anything and everything that is given to you. And that is why we call this program a holistic program. So we'll talk about it more in detail. But before we dive deep into the specifics of the program, let me tell you that the applications are open on a rolling basis. We've received hundreds of applications. The process of selection has begun. So I request you to immediately apply if you are somebody who is interested in the program. If you are eligible, we'll talk about eligibility, but without any delay, please apply to this program as soon as possible because that will help you understand what is, what future is in store for you. That is very important because sometimes many things are just once in a lifetime opportunity. What usually happens is when these applications are closed and students keep thinking about it, they always come back in the later years and ask us if they are eligible for the program. But once this opportunity is gone, it's actually gone forever. That means this is very, very important. And like I mentioned, we are closing out applications on a rolling basis. So apply as soon as possible, take part in the selection process because that will help you get enough scholarship to be able to maintain and to be able to tackle the constraints if in terms of finance you have, because we have enough support in terms of that also. All right. So let's now deep dive into this program. You know that many tech companies in the market look for professionals, especially women engineers, to maintain not just diversity, right? No, we are not talking about gender and all of that, but why is representation of women in tech very important is because of the creativity that the engineers bring in and to also have diverse perspectives in the team. That is exactly why many tech companies of today are looking for the right talent that are ready to be deployed from day one, which means they are looking for engineers who are already having skills that they don't need to additionally train them because industry today is looking for ready to deploy talent. That is exactly what WISE is going to do for you. Let me tell you what exactly the format is. It's a 12-month program. It's an intensive boot camp, which means this is something that you will do in addition to the college that you're attending. It's for students, women engineering students who are currently in the second, third, and fourth year of engineering, which means, like I mentioned, this program will be scheduled in addition to whatever you are doing with college. So to ensure that it doesn't clash with the schedule, we either will have classes early in the morning or late in the evening. We will communicate with the entire cohort before we do some scheduling, but it's a 12-month intensive program for women engineering students. It ensures a cutting edge curriculum, which means cohort on cohort, even within the cohort, whatever technology is the most relevant for the software engineering industry and what they require, the industry specific industry most relevant skill sets that are being taught in this program. They also, this program enables, like I mentioned, the students or the participants to learn anything and everything that the industry will be looking forward. It is high impact, which means, like I mentioned, in 12 months, you will at least go through 400 hours of training, which includes also physical boot camps. The intention of this boot camp again is to ensure, a lot of people, like-minded, aspiring, competitive yet supportive peer group is assembled in one place to exchange ideas and thrive, yet be very supportive. You will not be surprised when you actually come to the physical boot camps to actually meet like-minded people who are all very aspiring and ambitious, but yet very very supportive. The idea of bringing this whole network together is to have a physical boot camp because it is beyond one's imagination what a community of like-minded women professionals can do to you. It's also something that which is a unique proven pedagogy, which I will talk in a minute. It is a very, very proven, like I said, over a decade, I think more than 12 years, we have been doing this to train women engineers in this bootcamp format that has been extremely successful, placing our students in almost all premium top tech companies, including Google, Amazon, Flipkart, you name it. I think we have a WISE student or a bootcamp student working there as an alumni of this bootcamp program. So that's how impactful and yielded results this program has shown. And last but not the least, as a thriving edtech company, we also understand the need to support the student with a comprehensive career guidance. So this program also comes along with a 5-step extensive career support, which means there'll be a dedicated career services or career support team that will work with the enrolled participants to ensure that they are being connected with the right premium tech opportunities and will help you extensively to go through and help you with mock interviews, profile building, profile enabling, and everything that helps you stand out in this digital world, right? So that is very important. And we also have many questions coming in, but let's, do finish this deep diving into the program and then take the questions. So what will you learn? Like I mentioned, it is intensive 400-hour bootcamp because this is one-time opportunity, like I mentioned. And this is something that you invest in yourself. When you really want to take charge of your future, this is something that you really do for yourself. So it is broadly divided into three things. One is foundational skills because we recognize the importance of touching them. So 4 months of foundational skills that very importantly includes computational thinking using Python, working with JavaScript and version control. Again, very, very important for uh, ready to work professional, and also includes web applications because that is something that industry always seeks, followed by a specialization for 6 months. This I think is also very, very important because data analytics is something that is of a prime focus to many industries across, along with advanced web technologies. So scale and everything, building on the foundations that you have learned with web technologies is something that will follow in this specialization, along with data structures and algorithms. That is also a key to entry into any premium top tech software company, which will also holistically close with the students working 2 months on capstone projects. Capstone projects which will really add value to the resume and which will also help you to stand out from a pool of competitive participants, which means that this is something as an application that you will develop on your own by working in groups, and you will be able to also establish the skill and the application that you have developed and show that very proudly in an interview. When you actually face an interview with a top tech company, this is something that will really add value to your profile. All right. Of course, you will learn from a list of or a pool of seasoned mentors who have mentored and taught thousands of students over the years. And program format, how is it delivered? It's 40 weeks or 400 hours, like I mentioned. Very, very easy. Something we are looking forward to onboard this cohort of Super 100 in June, followed by interactive classes, which is your phase one, and then a physical boot camp in Hyderabad at Talent Sprint office. Then again, primarily the format or the program will be delivered online, which means you can take these classes at the comfort of your home or your hostel or wherever you are. I think that is an important point that I request all of you to note. And then followed by a second boot camp, which we can work depending on the availability of majority of the cohort. And then again goes back to online classes, finishes with a capstone project. What will you learn is something you understand. How you will learn is something I really want you to focus for at least a minute. I spoke about the unique pedagogy for which this program, the intense boot camps that we offer from Talent Sprint have been successful. It rests on one unique pedagogy which rests on four pillars. You remember I spoke about learning to learn, which means there will not be somebody teaching you something, but the facilitators or the faculty will enable the students to self-learn by themselves, which is the most important skill and the key skill that gets imparted after completion of the program. Somebody will be able to learn anything and everything, and that once acclimatized will help you thrive as a professional. So we are not only talking about skill that you will learn as a part of this 12-month program, but what happens after you join a tech company as a software engineer. We have seen in the past with our WISE students that our students actually stand out from the pool of their colleagues in a sense that our students get promoted way faster than somebody who is not a part of it, right? So comparative analysis. So compared to their colleagues, our people, we have seen our students thriving because of the reason they are highly adaptable and they're highly acclimatized to the environment. So they really thrive in that environment because of this key skill called learning to learn. Learning by doing everything and anything that you learn in this program is hands on. Everything is hands on. You will learn by doing it. There is nothing that will be delivered to you in the manner of complete theory because remember, we are only trying to build on the foundations that are already being given to you by your colleges. And what you will learn in this program is all hands on, completely hands on program. Learning with peers is a very, very underrated skill because that is one of the primary or the key skill sets for a ready to be corporate professional. So we ensure that you have a peer of, like I said, ambitious yet very supportive professionals coming from all over India because this program is open for a women student who is currently in second year, third year, and fourth year of engineering. Um, Anywhere in India can apply for this program. So you will find different people coming together. The exchange of ideas, the networking opportunities, and the exchange of knowledge is invaluable. You will also work on projects along with these people, which will help you to understand what an actual corporate environment looks like. It is the simulation kind of a thing that you can experience in the WISE program because you will know how to ask for help, collaborate, and compromise. These are very, very important. Last but not the least, in our experience, we have seen this one thing that many students, and that is applicable to everybody who is a student, regardless of the age. All have this fear of failure. We really think that, if I do this, what is the minimum pass percentage fail? What will happen? What are the consequences? In this program, this is the safe space that we are trying to create. Again, there is no such thing called a wrong submission. You will be given enough number of chances to learn, to submit, and to do something. And everything that you learn will not have like a dashboard where there are people sitting at the top and then there are people at the bottom. The intention is to enable you to grow as an individual and as a professional. And there is no such thing called a wrong thing. And extensive mentor support unconditionally is available. So there is no limit to what you can seek as a support when you are a part of this program. So these things make this program really, really unique. And like I mentioned, it is very holistic because it also helps you build the skills that are really important for not just to learn and adapt to what is important to industry, but also help you stand out digitally when you apply for an opportunity. So we also will help you craft a powerful resume, will help you very focused in a very focused manner how to stand out on LinkedIn, because having a great LinkedIn profile is standing out with a very good profile, which also helps you get noticed by recruiters or potential hiring managers. We will help you with personalized mentorship. Like I mentioned, it is unconditional. There are office hours available almost all time, and there is no limit to what you can avail as a support. And we'll also help you with mock interviews and tests, because in the past, again, this program has proven that the feedback that has been given by recruiters is amazing, and it's kind of overwhelming because they tell us that our students do not have the fear of an interview, because by the time somebody faces an actual interview who's a part of the WISE program, they would have taken hundreds of mock interviews. Okay, hundreds, as in like many, many mock interviews. And it is available. There is no limit again. A student of this program can take any number of mock interviews. So the more mock interviews a student takes, the less fear they will actually have when they're attending a real interview. And this again will be taken by industry professionals and all of them. Again, in addition to all of this, students of the WISE also will have a chance to share and kind of present their exciting projects that they do as a part of the program to industry professionals. So we will also have this event where you will have a showcase kind of a thing, project showcase, where you will be able to present your exciting projects that you have worked while part of the program to industry professionals, seek feedback, take that, incorporate, make it better, and present it with utmost confidence when you give an interview. So it is very, very holistic in that way. And of course, not the least, you will have access to premium career opportunities. And the whole intention of this program is to prep you for that. So a dedicated career services team will work with you to share opportunities to ensure that these opportunities are brought to you. And of course, your placement will totally depend on the performance. That is very important. But we will ensure that you do and you get everything that is required for you to stand out from a pool of competitors, of your peers. That is exactly what the WISE program does. Again, it is like I said, it carries a very proud history of more than 6,000 women engineers from our boot camps. Like I said, you name the company, we have at least one of our students working there, which is of utmost pride to Talent Sprint and to WISE program. And we will also shortly speak to Bhavya, who is also one of the WISE students right now. And let me quickly brief you about the eligibility, because a lot of questions are coming from eligibility perspective. You are eligible for WISE program if you are currently studying second year, third year, or fourth year of either BE or BTech, and if you are a woman student. Doesn't matter what college and what demographics you belong to, you're eligible if you are a woman student currently in second year, third year, and fourth year of engineering. And these are some of the graduation streams. So any computer science, IT related, or electronics and communications, or electrical engineering. If anything, if your specialization is related to any of these fields, you're completely eligible. And of course, what is more required as a part of eligibility is that you must be interested in a promising tech career and not just a very normal one. Because this is intensive, it also promises outstanding outcomes. And lastly, you should also be having more than 70% in both your 10th and 12th, because that's also some of the requirements that come from the premium tech companies. Eligibility is very simple. Let me reiterate. If you're a women student currently in second year, third year, fourth year of engineering, specializing in computer science, IT, ECE, EEE, anywhere in India, you are eligible, and you must have scored over 70% in 10th and 12th. Okay. I also have questions asking how to apply. It is very, very easy. Our team will share the link again in the chat. It is very easy. Just go to Talent Sprint and then search for Women in Software Engineering WISE program. There's apply button all over. You can just click on apply button and then fill in your basic details and apply. Now, what happens after you successfully apply for the program? Our team will get in touch with you. Once you do that, you will be given a chance to take part in the scholarship. And now, why scholarship text? We believe that talent shouldn't be limited by financial constraints. We understand that you will also have college fee and everything else to take care of. So, depending on your performance in the test, you can avail up to 2 lakh scholarship. So, if you score more than 90%, then the fee that you actually have to pay is 1 lakh. This is inclusive of GST and the application fee and everything. There are no additional or cover charges. And depending on your percentage, otherwise you will fall into one of these brackets. We are happy to work out with you and give you some options that will be really helpful if you really wish to. But before that, the request is apply as soon as possible. Do it today, do it now. Write the test. And once that is also done, that it doesn't end there. There is an interaction call that you will have with one of our team members, the program team, and the intent is to understand what exactly is your attitude towards programming, towards a premium tech career and everything, because there is no fun or there is no great intent in teaching to somebody who knows everything. The intent is to help those who really have the intent but do not know or do not have the path to achieve that. So, our intent is to help students with the right intent and right attitude. So, do not worry about the test, also, I would say, because this basically covers your high school kind of a math, your ability to understand things, and basic logic. That's about it. And after the interaction call, our team will get back to you and tell you exactly what are the options available and what bracket of fee discount you fall into. And that's about it. It's very simple 5-step enrollment process. Apply for the program, immediately take the test, join the interaction call, which is very important because all other questions you might have can be answered one to one in that call. And after that, our team will help you understand what is the discount that you are getting on the total program fee. And then that's about it. You will be able to join into the Super 100 cohort, which we look forward to launching in June this year. So I hope I've answered the questions regarding this fee structure. Very simple, a 3 lakh fee, but then not required to pay in its entirety because there's a scholarship available. So depending on your performance in the test as well as in your interaction call, you will be offered discounts. And our team will exactly specify that. But before that, what is important is to apply immediately and take the test and join the interaction call. This program is, of course, paid. All right. I think that is majorly about WISE program. I have covered everything. If you have more questions, we are definitely happy. And before we take all the questions that have come, I would probably take Bhavya and then we'll have a quick chat to just understand what she thinks about this program because she's a current participant of the program. And yeah, that is something that we will do. Give me a second, I'll stop sharing. Bhavya, are you with us? Okay, I see Bhavya. Bhavya can, oh, hi. Hi, Bhavya.
Hi, good
Good to see
evening.
Good to see you and thank you for joining, Bhavya. So, Bhavya, why don't you introduce yourself before we take some questions?
Okay, so hi everyone. I am Bhavya Raitani and I am currently in fourth year at VIT Vellore. And I joined the WISE program like last year in its last cohort, and it has been an amazing journey so far. We got to learn so many wonderful things. So like when I joined the program, I just had this like amazing will to learn, and it has offered nothing less. Every day we come, we learn something or the other, and I'm always like amazed by everything that it has to offer.
Thank you, Bhavya. Bhavya, could you also help our audiences today understand what is different in WISE? Because you're already having studied in college. What is this, different or unique if you really feel that this WISE program offers?
For sure, like it is an entirely different experience, I would say, of learning. In colleges, I think the way we learn is a little different than the way we're learning in WISE. Here, we're more hands on. Here, we have a lot of peers with us who are equally enthused by tech and learning more about it. At the same time, the people are very helpful. So, if you have any kind of a doubt, we can always go up to them. And it's a safe space, I would say, to learn. Even we can make errors in our codes, but there's always that safe space element where we can go back, ask people, and correct it and learn that way.
Perfect. Can you also tell briefly about your boot camp experience as a part of the program?
Yeah. So the boot camp was a very fun, interactive, yet a very wholesome experience in terms of learning and interacting with people. So we got to learn about three different languages over 2 weeks. So that was an intensive program to think about it. Like if I had thought about it before beginning the boot camp, but as we were nearing the end of it, I kind of had understood the rhythm of the boot camp, how we were learning, and one of the most important aspects was we were presenting. Like we were given these opportunities to present whatever progress that we were making, like however minuscule the progress might be, but we could present and own our skills that way also, like not just our tech skills but also our overall presentation skills and like being there in the moment and talking to people that way.
Perfect. That is amazing. What else do you think that this program has given you apart from maybe the technical skills? And I mean, learning three languages in 2 weeks, 3 weeks rather, whatever that amount of time is, it's amazing, which is one thing, which is the whole part of learn to learn and everything. I mean, when I say this, maybe people who joined us today might be wondering, is it really possible? But folks like you have Bhavya saying that she was able to learn three new languages in 2 weeks because the key skill which is learn to learn is being imparted. And what is what, I mean, again briefly, Bhavya,
Yeah.
apart from the technical skills, what are some other key standout features for you as a part of the WISE program?
One thing for sure I would say is the network that we get. Like in the WISE program, we also have had the opportunity to connect with we scholars that were there in the boot camp, and also like other and like talent sprint programs. So we can always like reach out to people on LinkedIn. So we have this massive network of people who are out there to just help us if we just have like ask them anything. And they're very kind and genuine people there. So I would say like everybody is very open to more meeting new people and learning from them. It's not just we asking questions to them. I think they are also kind of as interactive and as involved in that conversation as we are.
Perfect. And on record and on camera, let me ask you this question. Did you feel enough support given by your program faculty and mentors from the WISE program?
Absolutely. I would say they gave their 110%. Like ev- for every one effort that we make, I would say that they are making two efforts because they also show up, they're doing the back end work, they're helping us while doing their own work. So I would say the support is immense and very meticulously planned for all of us.
Perfect. And thank you so much for sharing more insights. But then, if there's one thing maybe that you will attribute to WISE program, I know this is something that we have never prepared and all, but just wanted to understand if there's one thing that you want to attribute to WISE program, what would that be?
One thing that I would attribute,
As in, like, the first thing that will come to your mind when you think about this program.
awesome people and like the entire community, I would say.
Yeah,
It
I think
intelligence and the way they how they exist. So like people in itself.
I think that really stands out because more than learning technical skills and everything, you will definitely meet some of the most awesome people who are so enthusiastic and like she said, so wholesome to help you and to help you thrive in a competitive world, especially the tech world. I think that really stands out. Okay, Bhavya, before we move further, maybe we'll take a couple of questions and maybe you can take a couple of them also. Let's say, um, okay, okay. Did you feel intimidated by the selection test when you were asked to before
Not,
joining?
yeah, sorry, I would not say intimidated. It was like you said, it was the normal high school mathematics or the aptitude questions. Even the interface that was there, it was very helpful to us and intuitive. So I think the selection process, even the interview, which people are intimidated usually by, was a very friendly interaction between two people, I would say. It was just a normal conversation going on where both of us were like expressing our opinions about things and talking about it. So I would not say intimidated. I would say it was a conversation.
Excellent. So I think Ananya, we answered your question. So what kind of questions you can expect, like basic aptitude, which is obviously of your high school level kind of a math and everything, and your ability to understand logic when it comes to programming. And we don't expect you to write expert level of coding, or even for that matter, intermediate kind of coding. That's not the intent. Like I mentioned, we are only trying to understand your ability to understand things. And like Bhavya mentioned, your interaction call is gonna bring you definitely closer to the program faculty, because the discussion is again to share perspectives and views to understand if you are definitely looking for the kind of career that we are prepping you for. That is important. Um, in terms of conducting the test, you will have flexibility. As soon as you enroll, what will happen is our team will reach out to you, and you will definitely be given a window where you can take tests. So there is no scheduled time or day. You can take the test anytime in the window that we give you, which means you can obviously take the test on Sunday also. So that is not a problem. Okay. All right. What exactly you folks have questions for Bhavya? Because her time is precious. We will also let her go. Okay. All right. What exactly, Bhavya, were your expectations from WISE program before you joined?
Okay, so before I joined the program, my expectation was to become this tech geek who would code with the laptop back on and write hundreds of lines of code. But, like, jokes apart, I wanted to be very knowledgeable about the tech I was working on. Like earlier, even if I was learning a program, I was not getting into the depths of it, like the way they teach over here. If you're
Hmm.
writing even a simple command in Python, you need to know what is going in the backend of that particular command for you to write it, even if it's a one word. So that is one thing that I really wanted to get into, and that is what exactly I got.
Amazing. So, what do you look forward to, Bhavya?
So what I'm looking forward to is to like hone my skills further and learn every day and learn more and more. And still, like, I'm part of the program, so whatever the courses are to come, like the capstone project, the data analysis, so I'm looking forward to all of those.
Excellent. And we have no questions in telling that you will 100% land in any way that you wish to, because success is something that we require you to define and not something that we define. So, best wishes for that. And thank you so much for your time. And any parting words that you want to share with the audiences today? These are aspiring applicants who joined today to know more about the program. Anything you want to tell them before you leave?
So I would just leave on the note that everybody should be very open and out there to learn and learn and learn more every day, because that is what I think will help us in the long run. So even if we are there like 10%, we should try to make that one more percent, like the Japanese principle of Kaizen, like one more percent better every day. So that.
I think you actually let me ask you another, sorry, before you letting you go, ask another interesting question, because this is intensive. Either there'll be classes either in the morning, early morning, or evening, and all of that. Did you find them again like very tough in managing those, or were you actually enjoying the classes? Because these
I
are in addition to the college, right?
Yeah, so I enjoyed my classes. So I think if you enjoy any doing anything, you can make time for anything. So
Mm.
even when the class was at 7 o'clock or in the evening, I could adjust my times. My friends were very helpful. So one another thing is that, like, if you have like two three friends that are like comfortable with adjusting with you, like the dinner times, or to letting you switch on the light in the morning, if that works out, then I think nothing can stop you.
Amazing. I think that is amazing. Like Bhavya mentioned, folks, you will never have time. You will never get time. You have to make time. That's really powerful, Bhavya. So, for those who want to make time for themselves, who wants to invest in their future, who want to take charge of future, please consider applying for and joining the WISE program, because this cohort we are only inviting and enrolling 100 students across India. All right. On that note, maybe okay, give me a second. We have another question from. Can you post that question, team, here? Because I'm not able to see. Somebody wants to ask you a question, Bhavya. Okay, all right. I think that's an interesting question. We have a question from Kushalini for you, Bhavya. How were your programming skills before the WISE program?
Okay, so hi Kushalini. I was doing like little bit of programming on like the way they teach in college. So I had just followed those programming. I had not done any particular lists or followed any particular tutorials that much. I had a basic understanding of how it worked and had done few questions. And then once I joined the program, it helped me do it all in a very smooth and a very directed way. So I think that is what I would say it was.
Amazing. All right. Okay. If those are the questions for Bhavya, like I mentioned, she has, I'm sure, a lot of work to do and so many projects and assignments to work on. We will let her go and then we'll continue taking questions about any fees or application on anything. All right. Thank you so much again for your time, Bhavya, and sharing all the experience and insights. Very, very powerful and useful. Best wishes as you continue on this journey, and maybe we'll look forward to having you when we launch this Super 100 cohort sometime in June. Thank you
Sure.
so much. Have a great evening.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you, folks. I also see some questions about the fee. I think, like I mentioned, the fee will be decided on your after you take the scholarship test and also interact with our team. But one thing I want to assure and reiterate is the fact that there are number of options available in terms of the fee to be paid. The initial fee for you to enroll and reserve your seat. We have a question from Kumari Nibedita. The initial fee for you to pay is 10,000, and our team will, after that, your seat is reserved when you pay 10,000 rupees after your selection. And after that, our team will give you a number of options for you to choose the best one that works for you, because there are options available for you to pay the remaining fee depending on the category that you fall into. So the initial fee that you'll have to pay after selection for you to reserve a seat in the Super 100 cohort is 10,000 rupees. And let me also remind you that whatever fee that you are supposed to pay, this is inclusive of the application and inclusive of the GST. So there's no extra or cover charges. Okay. And I think there is another question that came up. How to apply for the program? Again, I think I've answered the question. All you have to do is our team again will post the link of the website. You can just visit the website, click on apply now button, fill in your basic details, and click on submit. Once you submit, what happens immediately is that you will get an email. So please keep a check on your email. Uh, that will have clear instructions on how you can take part in the scholarship test. And again, let me tell you, it is not for you to worry about the syllabus, what is being asked, and everything. All it requires for you maximum is to have 2 hours dedicated focus time for you to concentrate and give that test. And my sincere advice is also that do not procrastinate or postpone it in the sense that, I'll have to prepare or I will do this take later or something, because it's always on a rolling basis that seats are being filled. And it is important for you to complete the test as soon as possible. Don't get scared or don't get intimidated by the test. You had Bhavya speaking about it. All it tests is your basic ability to understand and your thinking and your attitude. That's about it. So go to the website, click on apply now button, apply as soon as possible, complete your test, complete your interaction with the program team, faculty, and then our team will get back to you and we will work with you. I must also reassure that there is nothing that you should be extremely worried about when it comes to financing options. Our team will ensure they work with you and provide you the options that you think will work the best for you and your parents, of course. And we're also happy to talk to any parents, any of your parents who wants to know more about the program or wants to know more about the financing options available, because depending on the fee, again, we are happy to speak to any of your parents if you're really interested in the program. But before that, I really request you to, without delay, apply for the program. And if you're somebody who's already applied for the program, without any delay, please complete your selection test, interact with our program faculty, and we will take it forward from there. Okay, any more questions? Do we have any more questions? This is your time to ask. If you don't have anything now, and supposing that you come up with some questions later, always write to us. You can write to us WISE, WISE @talentsprint.com. Our team will also post that email address right there. That's our support email ID, and we will get back to you at the earliest. Yeah, it's wise@talentsprint.com. That's our email address. If you don't have anything right now, and maybe you must be thinking about it a little while later, and then you might come up with some questions. So always write to that email ID and we'll be definitely getting back to you at the earliest possible. Okay, quickly, um, applications are right now open on a rolling basis. So the third round is going to be closing on April 13th. You can also reach out to our team if you really have more questions, want to talk and chat on a one-to-one basis. So our team has posted. There's a number, there are two numbers, in fact. Our team, Sindhura and Vinila, they'll be more than happy to assist you. They are actually more than happy to even talk to your parents or your guardians. In any case, that if you want more assistance, want to know more about specific details, we're more than happy to work. Please note down the numbers. These numbers are also available on the website. Always feel free to call. Applications are open and please apply, take part in the scholarship test, and ensure that you take charge of your future because everything in life will most of the times give you one time opportunity, and WISE is definitely such once in a lifetime opportunity. We have had witnessed rather the fortune and pleasure of witnessing more than 6,000 women engineers outperform from a competitive pool, take charge of their future, and not just get or entry into the software industry, but like I said, they've been thriving in that space. People getting promoted and getting really great hikes and performance appraisals and everything compared to their colleagues is something that we have witnessed, and we have done this for more than a decade. This program definitely is carefully curated, very, very passionately delivered, and this support system, I can assure you, is probably the best that you will encounter in your career. So apply today, take part in the selection process, come interact with us. We are happy to assist you and take part, and we're more than happy to answer any questions you or your parents might have. So help us connect your parents if you want us to talk to them and explain them more in detail about what this program is. But we look forward to having you in the Super 100 cohort of WISE program, Women in Software Engineering, completely offered by Talent Sprint. And please, for those who are still with us, please, there's a poll. We would be very, very happy if you can give your feedback and help you reach out. Yep. And I'm here for maybe a couple of minutes more. If you have more questions, please feel free to post them, and I'll happily take them. If you don't, and if you might come up later, you can always write to us wise@transparent.com. And please note out the numbers. You can always also just give a call and speak to our team should you wish to know more about this program. Before you go, let me also remind you again, applications are open. The third round of application is closing on April 13th. These are on rolling basis, meaning we will stop the application process as soon as we have our Super 100 cohort. We have hundreds of applications coming in. Selection process has begun, but you definitely stand a chance to be a part of this Super 100 cohort across India, which we look forward to launching in June 2025. Please fill in your application, take part in the selection process, come interact with us, work out your options, and we will take it forward. There are a lot of inquiries, folks, that are coming from first year students. I think that is something definitely we will get back to you in a day or two. There are many, many students coming to us, in fact, asking if the first year engineering students can be allowed. So Renuka, thank you for your interest in the program. We have your details. We will get back to you in a couple of days at the latest. Yeah. Thank you so much for your question. All right. Any other questions do we have? Please post here and I'm happy to take. Otherwise, please leave your feedback and we'll be more than happy to get in touch with you for the next steps. All right. I think that is it from me. I would like to now sign off. Thank you again so much for your time. Please apply today, complete the selection process and enrollment, and I look forward to welcoming you for the Super 100 cohort that we will be launching in June 2025 of WISE program, Women in Software Engineering offered by Talent Sprint. I'm signing off. I'm Spurti. Thank you so much for joining and have a great evening. Bye bye.